Welcome Transformer fans, my name is Composite Enerjoe and today I'll be bringing you my review of the Transformers, Cyberverse, Power of the Spark, Battle Class, Ratchet, and his Spark Armor, Blizzard Breaker. And here they are in their vehicle modes, Ratchet in a very G1 inspired ambulance mode, like ambulance van mode, and Blizzard Breaker in a snowmobile, a very nice looking snowmobile. Nice bits of details all over. Very nice. Like all Spark Armors, it doesn't have any wheels or anything. It doesn't do anything on its own. It just sort of sits there and looks very cool. Pun very much intended. So that's pretty much it for Blizzard Breaker and his snowmobile mode. So I'll put him off to the side. And now we can focus on Ratchet. And I gotta say, this is a very nice little vehicle mode that they made here. This is just very cool. I really like it. Check out the detailings on it. It is kind of weird that in the middle of the windshield they have the Autobot symbol. I think it would have made more sense putting it up here. That's, I guess you can call that a negative, just the weird placement of the Autobot symbol. But other than that, it's a very nice little ambulance. Very cool. So he rolls quite well, and you'd figure that with his knees here, it kind of gets in the way, but it doesn't. Does a really good job rolling. So with all that aside, let's get on with his transformation, which is pretty straight, pretty simple. It actually kind of reminds me a lot of G1 Optimus. It's mainly because the arms are tucked away here and they kind of separate, so it's pretty interesting. So first things first, you gotta separate here and extend out his legs. Separate the legs. There we go. So yeah, he has massive heels on his legs. I guess you could kind of say that's a negative, but I think it's okay. Doesn't really bother me. It would have been nice if they maybe folded this down or something to sort of streamline his legs a little, but what can you do? This is basically a Legends class figure. So next up, you then have to... Then you have to start separating. You have to come in here and separate. And this is the part where it reminds me of Optimus, because this is where his hands are. So then separate and put up. And then for this part, you make sure these are straight and bring this down. And then this will connect this, I don't know if you say this red peg will go into this port. So there you go. And on mine, it's kind of loose. So I guess be aware of that. Hopefully it's just on mine, but yeah, it's pretty loose there. But it's good enough. And then this part, which is kind of neat, you just fold in the doors for his back, and then you just extend out the arms. And there we have it. A nice, simple yet satisfying transformation for Ratchet. From a sweet-looking ambulance van, from a sweet-looking ambulance, to a pretty cool little robot mode. Pretty good. Check out the head sculpt. That is a G1 Ratchet if I ever saw one. So yeah. Now, articulation-wise, it's fairly standard. Legs, well, not legs, arms are on a ball joint, and there's an extra hinge here at the shoulder, and then he has a double hinge at the elbow due to transformation, but he does have a double hinge. Sadly, no swivel, so I guess he has slightly less than the standard, but I don't remember if the other ones had swivels on their elbows. I think they all had ball joints. They were all composed of ball joints, so instead of having a ball joint at the elbow, he has a double joint. So he can do this, but he can't really move it side to side, so you're just relying on the ball joint on his shoulder. Legs are on a ball joint and have a really nice bend at the knee, mainly due to transformation. So he does have a pretty decent amount of articulation. Sadly, he has no swivels, but not really complaining for what it is. You pretty much buy this guy for the decent articulation and for his armor up feature. So now we get back to the Spark Armor Blizzard Breaker. So to combine this with him, first you got to take it off in parts. So let's take him apart. He comes off, I think and believe, in 5 pieces. And there we go. These are the 5 main pieces. So let's start equipping them. Now you can pretty much, through all of these pegs and through all of these ports, you can pretty much peg anywhere you want. Oh, one extra thing. There we go. Forgot to do that. You slide that back, And you kind of have to do that in order to put on his helmet. Now you pretty much can do whatever you want, but this is sort of the configuration that I like with Ratchet. So first thing, you peg this here at this angle, and then oh wait, there was another way. Here we go. Darn it, you peg it. There we go. This angle, this angle. Then you take the skis. Plug it there, plug it there. These will be like his claws or swords or whatever they are. They kind of remind me of like claws, really big single claws. And now for the this piece, you just plug them in there. And the Spark armors are compatible across all of his fellow battle class figures. So yeah, you can like mix and match and customize them. Then you come in here, lift this entire piece up, put it back. Then this piece you bring down and peg it. There's like, you can see this little peg goes into this port. Make sure it goes in there to keep it straight. Push this down a little more. And there we have it. Here we have Ratchet with Blizzard Breaker. And it's pretty neat. As I've said before, I'm a big fan of these Spark armors figures that they're coming out, because we're getting articulation. We're getting more articulation than the previous figures, than the like first couple waves of Cyberverse figures. And instead of, you know, an action gimmick that, you know, sacrifices articulation, we have these customizable armor bits which work across all other figures, which again I approve of, and I really like this. This is super cool. So yeah, articulation wise, nothing's changed, nothing's really hindered. But one sort of weird thing to mention is that in the box art, this helmet is supposed to be white, yet on the actual figure it is black. I don't know why there's a color difference there, and I don't remember if there's like there's a discrepancy with the other box arts. But to me, this one was the most notable, because I felt a white helmet I think would have worked better with the synergy of this. I don't know, it had a white helmet on it, which I think matches Ratchet more than the black one. But yeah, what a weird inconsistency. Don't get me wrong, it still looks super cool, but it's just so weird. I feel that if it was white, you could kind of see a lot more of the details. The black kind of, well, if you have it in the right light, never mind. You can see like nice bits of details on the helmet and the chest piece. Very nice, you just need to get it in the right light. But yeah, what an odd little sort of change or discrepancy they had, where on the box art this helmet is supposed to be white. But I digress. It's still a nice solid little figure. I recommend him. Overall, he's great. Let me go off of the size comparisons. Here we have with hey look, it's another Ratchet. Big what is it, medium Ratchet meets smaller Ratchet. And then we have a Cliff Jumper. Pretty cool. As you can see, like I said, he's supposed to be about like Legends class size, Scout class size if you're older. So yeah. But even though, I don't know if I said this with my other videos, but even though he is a bit smaller than I'd like, he's still a very nice solid figure. You can't go wrong with any of them. And I think the more of these guys you get, the more like crazy custom you can make the figures with their armor. So yeah, overall, nice figure, really solid figure, really like it. I think up until I picked this guy up, I think a couple days ago, I didn't even know this guy was coming out. I had no idea there was gonna be a Ratchet in this size class. And lo and behold, I went to the store, I found him, and I got him. He looked really cool. Very, very nice. So yeah, this has been my review of the Transformers, Cyberverse, Power of the Spark, Battle Class, there we go. Battle Class Ratchet with his Spark Armor Blizzard Breaker. This is Composite Enerjoe signing off. Peace out.